Welcome back to my video. Today we'll explore turn mill operation, which comes under mill type, rotary mill. So here I'm going to specify my specify part. So specify part is nothing but your final component which you need to specify. Then we need to specify blank. Blank is nothing but the raw material which we mount on the machine to get this particular product. So if you have a raw material model, then take geometry. Right now my component will be raw material will be cylindrical, so I will take bounding cylinder. Once I click bounding cylinder, it will come exactly as that of OD of the part component. Right now it's 150, that's why exactly it is coming. Sometimes the raw material size is bigger in size, then you need to increase the value in this. Height also you can increase if it is needed. In this case scenario, I am not increasing any blank size. I am taking exactly as that of OD of the component. Here axis of rotation right now it is Z, so that's why the direction I kept plus ZM. Sometime if you are doing any on any milling machine, that time if you want to do this rotary roughing, that time you can change the direction. So in this example, Z direction is okay for me, that's why I'm keeping as it is. Display blank I will turn off once I specify this. Otherwise that will be there as it is. If you have any check and other thing, non-cutting component, that you need to select in check. After successful specification, if you want, you can add a rotary geometry, so that whenever you have a pocket or something that you wanted to do with the turn mill operation, that time you have to have that particular geometry. So how that we can add, I will show you. Click on the workpiece, go for the create geometry. Here you need to type as mill rotary. You will get this rotary geometry. The advantage of this one is here you can specify floor as well as the wall. Once you machine, then automatically it will catch floor and wall. In this scenario, I am not going to specify anything here, and you may observe this brown color portion is cylinder with auxiliary. This yellow color is non-auxiliary. You may observe. Both we can do with the help of this terminal operation. So we'll create an operation. I will take example, and the type you need to keep is mill rotary. Whatever the application or the type you choose when entering into the next cam, that will be shown here. So while entering from modeling to the manufacturing, I kept mill rotary. That's why it is mill rotary. Sometime if you keep mill planar, then you need to change it to mill rotary. So ultimately this turn mill operation you will get in mill rotary. This turn mill operation is used to remove high stock which is there in hard materials. This option you are going to get after NX 2212, or it has started from December 2022. If you are using older than that, you may not see this operation. Then you need to update your annex to have this particular operation. Select, say OK, and the axis of rotation is Z. It's OK. Then I need to types of tools are supported. One is end mill, another is ball mill. You can use bullnose cutter by specifying the radius. In this example, I will take end mill with the corner radius. I will mention end mill, and also the dimension I will mention like diameter 20, and I will take corner radius as well. You have to specify the diameter here, corner radius, and appropriate length and other thing you need to take. And shank, if you want, you can define it, and also you can consider the holder. Why we have to consider the holder? Because I wanted to know report shortest tool. It will give me appropriate tool length which is required for machining that area. That's why I'm considering holder, which is there in the by default installation. So as here The tool length is okay. For that I have removed shank, only I kept holder. And now I have to specify limit range. I can give radial limit, axial and radial, both the limits I can give. So here in this case I will take a radial limit, and I want to limit this minimum radius, and I will select this. So up to this it will machine. So before going for other parameters, I will generate once. Can you see? Up to here it has machined. It has not went to the other region. And also you can specify maximum radius also. Right now it has taken it from the raw material which I specified. The limit range radially, axially or axial radially. It all depends on your interest. So right now it is machining this. It's okay. And here I wanted to specify some step over. I will keep step over as 40%, and depth step I have given 1 mm. If you want to have additional cut at the floor, if you want to do roughing and finishing with this, then you have to specify additional cut on the floor. So I don't want here. Here you can keep this in process workpiece as use 3D. Tool settings, you can give tool number, adjust register number. If you are changing any folder number and other thing, you can specify. Feed and speed you need to mention, and once you mention feed and speed, I will take here as 3500. I will mention 1000. Then you need to calculate. It will come feed per tooth and surface speed. In strategy, you will see cut direction. Right now, the cutting is starting from here. How I came to know? Because of this yellow color. This is engage mode. This green color is retract mode. So this engage mode is coming here. I wanted to have it needs to start from here. I will change the direction from positive to negative. Generate. Now can you see the starting? It's doing from here. It's okay for me, so I will keep as it is. If I want to change the cut direction, I can change it from here. The cutter movement, claim cut, conventional cut we need to mention. After that, cut sequencing, whether you want a level based or region based. First region it will machine, then it will go to the second region. Cut pattern you may observe zigzag and zig. Zig will form in the same direction. Zigzag, if your cutter allows both the direction cutting, the component will rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. If you keep zigzag, zig if you keep in only one direction, it will rotate. Clearance, we have kept 3. Shank, for shank 2.5, for neck 2.5. Clearance angle 1 degree. Non-cutting moves you can give tangential and orthogonal. Tangential will be the best, which gives a good result on a machine. So always prefer go for tangential one. Free distance, how much you want to take that cutter away from the workpiece. You can specify here. I will mention 25. And ramp angle, the angle with which it touches with the surface, that is nothing but ramp angle you need to specify. From outside, how much overhang you need to keep, you can keep it. And clearance we have kept 10 point. Then go for stock. If you are doing roughing, then part stock you mention, like if I'm willing to keep 0.5 material on the surface, then you mention 0.5. So that much material will be left behind. So here I am not doing any roughing, so I will keep it as 0. So here once I am generating, it's mentioning like free distance must be greater than 0, but lesser than the part clearance. So where it comes, you can go to this non-cutting moves. Whatever the clearance is there, now that we have to specify here. So this should be same or greater. Here I will mention again it to 10. If I generate, it will get generated. I hope you have understood. Tool color you may take easily, like similar to this, whatever we have done, same thing we have to do it here. But for the yellow region, some is one additional information I will give you. Create operation, turn wheel itself. Here I will take the same tool, but instead of this axis of rotation Z, I will take it as specify, and I will specify the vector of this cylindrical center. This is not exactly same as that of this cylinder. So here this comes for this entire cylinder, but for this case, yellow region case, the axis is different. This is one additional information you have to keep when you are doing non-axial component while machining. So that time you have to take the axis of that and a point. I will specify this. The limits I will mention axial limits, start distance, and end distance I will mention. So this much origin. The other parameters I will specify step 4 as 30% for this, and depth mention 0.5. Generate. Can you see it has generated from here? And one more thing you may observe, it has not taken it from here. Already we have machined. Yeah. So because here we kept none, that's why whatever the blank which is having earlier, that it is considering. Now you take use 3D and once again you generate. Now you may observe it has taken raw material from here. So when you want to do from the residual part which is left behind after the first operation, then you need to keep in process workpiece. You can verify this operation from here, play. Now you may observe the toolpath which is generated is correct. Now I wanted to generate only for this region. So I will copy the first operation itself so that the parameters remain same. No need to generate one more. Just here I wanted to mention the axial limits. The start object is this, end object is this. Once I will cross check whether I kept I use 3D or not. Confirm. Now I kept use 3D. I wanted to do machining of this brown region. Like this you have to use term whenever you are doing machining. This also if you want you can verify. Like this you have to use term to get components machined on the terminal. Thanks for watching complete video. Like, share and subscribe.